Working harder, sacrificing your sleep, and aggressively forcing your way through closed doors will not bring you wealth, it will only bring you deeper into exhaustion. The universe does not reward your frantic desperation, it mirrors your energetic frequency. Money is not a physical object you must hunt down with brute force, it is a current you must allow to flow. Force creates resistance, but stillness creates magnetism. Take a deep breath with me. Drop the heavy, rusty armor of the modern world right here at the door. If your soul is tired of running, subscribe to this channel and step into our sanctuary of peace. You no longer have to fight the current. Type the word flow in the comments below to firmly anchor your intention right now and let us begin your awakening. Think about how you woke up this morning. Before your eyes even fully adjusted to the light, the invisible race had already begun. The mental ledger opened immediately, the bills waiting to be paid, the tasks piling up, the silent obligations echoing loudly in your mind. Notice the center of your chest right now. Notice the subtle tightness, the way your breath is shallow, trapped somewhere near your collarbone. You stepped onto the cold floor today, already feeling late. Late for your day, late for your goals, late for a life you haven't even had the chance to truly inhabit. You have been walking around with a heavy, rigid armor, carrying the crushing sensation that life is a continuous debt you are struggling to pay off. This is the modern chaos. It is the relentless, deafening noise of a society that whispers and sometimes screams that you are not doing enough. It is the culture that glorifies the breaking of the spirit, handing you a false medal of honor for your sleepless nights. I know you know the glow of that blue screen late at night. Your tired eyes burning yet refusing to close because the mind is trapped in a loop of endless calculations. The sudden electric buzz of a notification that sends a sharp spike of cortisol straight into your bloodstream. You lie there and your heart races in the complete silence of your bedroom while the rest of the world sleeps in peace. You are fighting an invisible war on a battlefield made entirely of future what-ifs. You have been taught a very dangerous lie. You have been told that frantic movement equals progress, that if you just hustle a little harder, sacrifice your rest a little longer, and force your way through the closed doors, you will eventually find safety. But tell me the truth. Are you actually moving closer to peace, or are you just digging a deeper trench in the sand right where you stand? I feel the constriction in your energy, the tight, unyielding grip of scarcity. It is present in the knot that twists violently in your stomach when you check your bank balance. It is in your clenched jaw when you must spend, releasing money not with gratitude, but with the terrifying fear that it will never return. You are holding onto the fragments of your life with panicked, trembling hands. You are gripping the steering wheel of your reality so intensely that your knuckles are perpetually white. You believe this tension is necessary. You believe that by bracing for impact, by vividly imagining every financial tragedy at 3 in the morning, you are somehow protecting yourself from the blow. But you must listen to me very carefully now. What if I told you that this very tension is acting as a massive, impenetrable wall? What if the frantic effort you believe is keeping you afloat is the exact weight pulling you under the water? You are completely consumed by a fight for survival, terrified of what will happen if you finally let go of the control. But what if the danger you are running from and the wheel you are running on are nothing but an illusion? Let us look closely at the shadows you have been feeding. Do not look away. There is no judgment here, only the gentle, revealing light of awareness. You believe your energy is being drained by your job, by the mounting bills, by the endless practical demands of the physical world. You think your exhaustion is purely mathematical, a simple equation of too much to do and not enough time. But the true leak is entirely invisible. It happens in the quietest hours. It happens when the house is still, yet your mind is a raging, terrifying storm. You lie awake at 3 in the morning, calculating the worst-case scenario. Your physical body is resting on a mattress, but your nervous system is running for its life. You play out financial tragedies in the theatre of your mind, vividly imagining failure, loss, and profound embarrassment. You do this subconsciously, in a misguided attempt to protect yourself, believing that if you can anticipate the disaster, you can somehow survive it. But do you realize what you are actually doing to your energetic field? In the realm of frequency, worry is not a shield. Worry is a highly concentrated, deeply emotional prayer for exactly what you do not want. Where your focus rests, your vital energy flows, and where your energy flows, your reality begins to weave itself into existence. Every time you rehearse your own ruin, You are broadcasting a powerful, desperate signal to the universe. You are commanding it to bring you more of that exact same fear. You are actively building the very cage you are trying to escape. And then there is the other trap, the silent daily thief of your vibration. You pick up the glowing screen. You scroll endlessly through the highly curated, filtered lives of others. You see the rapid, seemingly effortless success of strangers. You see the milestones achieved by acquaintances, the wealth and freedom that appear to flow so easily into their hands, while yours remain frustratingly empty. I know the bitter metallic taste that rises in the back of your mouth. I know the sudden sinking hollowness in your chest, the quiet, venomous voice of the ego that whispers, I am falling behind. I have been forgotten by the universe. I am not enough. This is the trap of shadows. Comparison is not merely the thief of joy, it is the heavy iron anchor that drags your frequency into the abyss of lack. Your path is entirely singular. It is a unique, intricately woven tapestry, completely incomparable to any other soul's journey on this earth. When you constantly turn your head to look at the lane beside you, feeling small and inadequate, you violently step off your own magnetic axis. You disconnect from your internal power source to become a miserable spectator of someone else's illusion. Because of this overwhelming fear, because of this crushing feeling of being left behind, you resort to the only tool you think you have left, brute force. You try to aggressively pry open doors that are clearly and purposefully closed. You insist on business deals or relationships that bring you nothing but severe friction. You hustle, you beg, you push with the desperate, suffocating urgency of a drowning person gasping for a breath of air. Notice your physical body in those moments of forced effort, your knuckles turning white as you grip the steering wheel in traffic, cursing the delay, your voice tight and strained during a difficult conversation, the absolute painful rigidity of your spine and shoulders. You are trying to break a solid rock with your bare, bleeding hands, but you must hear this ancestral truth and let it sink into your very bones. Force always generates an equal and opposite resistance. The universe operates on a flawless mirror principle. When you push with desperation, the unseen forces push back with equal intensity. When you chase money or success from a state of sheer panic and scarcity, your energetic signature screams that you are separate from it. And whatever you chase with desperation must instinctively run away. True power has never been found in pushing. Genuine power, the kind that moves mountains, alters destinies, and attracts boundless prosperity, is found in the quiet, profound art of allowing. It is in the magnetic pull of absolute alignment. You have been operating as a weary warrior, exhausting yourself to the bone on a battlefield of your own making. But what if I told you the war is already over? What if the wealth, the deep security, and the peace you are so desperately hunting are not something you need to capture, but something you simply need to stop blocking? Take another breath with me, a long, slow, deliberate inhale, and now a deep, heavy exhale. I want you to feel the physical sensation of your shoulders finally dropping. Let the rigid muscles in your neck release. Feel your chest expanding, opening up to receive fresh, clean oxygen. Allow the heavy, rusty armor you have been wearing to simply fall to the floor. Listen to the quietness of this space. It is time to unlearn the greatest illusion of the modern world. It is time to experience the liberating shock of the truth. Think about the master you have been serving, this thing called money. What is it really? It is not a predator. It is not a judge of your worth. It is not even real in the way you think it is. It is merely paper. It is pieces of metal. It is glowing, digital numbers on a glass screen. Why have you allowed these numbers to dictate the rhythm of your heartbeat? Money, in its truest essence, is nothing more than an energy of exchange. It is a current, and like all currents, it is meant to move, to flow, to circulate. Material wealth is merely the physical shadow cast by your internal wealth. You have been trying to rearrange the shadows on the wall, completely forgetting that you are the one holding the light. True abundance is a frequency of gratitude and profound wholeness. And this frequency must precede the physical manifestation. You cannot wait to have money to feel secure. You must feel secure, and then the money will simply reflect that security. Shift your focus to your hands right now. Notice the slight, warm tingling in the palms of your hands. Now bring your awareness down to your feet. Feel them planted firmly on the earth, solid, anchored, safe. From this grounded place, observe the massive shift that is happening within you. You are stepping out of the frantic, desperate vibration of, I need this to survive. You are transitioning into the calm, magnetic resonance of, I am deeply grateful, and I am entirely open to receive. This is the secret language of creation. The universe does not hear your desperate words. It does not respond to your late night pleas, your bargaining, or your suffering. The universe is not a judge. It is a flawless, impartial mirror. It simply reflects your state of being. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. When you embody lack, the mirror reflects lack. When you embody a quiet, unshakable trust, the mirror reflects boundless opportunity. Close your eyes for a brief moment. Imagine the crisp, calming sound of a crystal clear stream flowing through a dense, ancient forest. Feel the mental freshness of this vision. It is like a sudden, cool breeze sweeping through your mind, instantly dissipating the thick, heavy fog of your exhaustion. Look at the water. Observe its profound, ancient wisdom. When water encounters a massive, immovable rock in its path, it does not stop. It does not panic. It does not try to violently smash the rock to pieces with brute force. It simply flows around it. It finds the path of least resistance. It yields, it curves, it adapts. And in doing so, it eventually carves through the hardest stone on earth. Abundance requires this exact same flexibility. It requires the absence of hardness. You must release the controlling, ego-driven need to dictate exactly how the money will arrive. You must stop obsessing over the single, rigid path you have drawn in your mind. The moment you let go of the how, you open yourself up to the infinite, miraculous multiplicity of paths the universe has already prepared for you. You are the water, and it is time to stop fighting the rocks. But how do we anchor this vast, unseen frequency into your physical reality? How do we take this ancient wisdom and weave it into the very fabric of your modern, chaotic mornings? There is a bridge, a simple, sacred bridge between the invisible energy of wealth and the physical world you inhabit. Let us cross that bridge now. I want you to pause this chaotic routine. Just for a moment, whether you do it right now or the moment this conversation ends, I want you to walk to your kitchen. Pour yourself a simple glass of clean, pure water. Hold it in both of your hands. Feel the comforting, solid weight of the glass. Notice the subtle, cold touch of the condensation forming against your fingertips. Let this simple, physical sensation pull your mind completely out of the anxious future, anchoring you entirely in the reality of the present moment. Why a glass of water? Because your mind, heavily scattered by the relentless noise of survival, needs a physical anchor. Ancient rituals were never about magic. They were profound psychological bridges. They served to translate your invisible spiritual intentions into tangible material actions that your conscious mind can finally believe and accept. Look down at the water you are holding. Observe its perfectly still surface. Watch how it catches and quietly reflects the ambient light of the room. Water is the ultimate element of receptivity. It is a pure, blank canvas. It absorbs, holds, and carries the vibrational memory of its environment. Right now, you are going to change that environment. Before you take a sip, I want you to look into that glass and consciously create an energetic shield. Mentally block out the collective panic of the world outside your door. Silence the frantic, inherited voices of scarcity that tell you there is never enough. In the absolute stillness of your mind, direct a single powerful frequency into the water. Say to it, I allow prosperity, I am open to the flow, I release my resistance. Feel the solid vibration of those unspoken words in the center of your chest. Let them echo. I allow prosperity. By imbuing this water with the pure frequency of abundance, you are preparing to reprogram your own physical vessel. You are reminding your very cells of their natural, inherent state of wealth and ease. Now, slowly, deliberately, drink. Listen to the soft, gentle sound of your own swallow. Feel the cool, refreshing texture of the water flowing down your throat, cleansing the tight, anxious pathways of your chest. Visualize it washing away the heavy, sticky residue of panic, gracefully dissolving the financial blockages you have carried for so long. Let a slight, knowing smile form at the corner of your mouth. Correct your posture. Sit up just a little taller. Let your spine be straight, yet entirely relaxed. You are stepping back into your day not as a weary victim of an exhausting system, but as a calm, untouchable magnet. When you return to your work today, when you look at those bills or open those demanding emails, you will do so from a completely different frequency. You will not react with a tightened jaw or a racing heart because you now understand the ultimate truth. You do not need to run frantically, exhausting yourself to chase after the river of abundance. Why would you chase the river when you have finally realized that you are the riverbed? Prosperity is not a distant target to be hunted down through endless suffering. It is your most natural state of being. It has always been there, resting just beneath the surface, waiting patiently for you to stop fighting the current and simply give it permission to flow. Breathe in, breathe out. The struggle is over. You are ready.